Alright, as you find your seats, I'm going to invite James Veltmeyer to come down. We're going to meet James. Give him a round of applause. There you go, James. You sleep alright last night?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good, good. Tell us a little bit about yourself. So, who do you live with? What's your family situation?
Yep, so I'm married to Anita, so we've been married for about 17 years. She's Tasmanian, she grew up down in Margate, and I grew up in Sydney. We met at SMBC, Sydney Missionary and Bible College. It was, what's it called? Single man's best chance. Well, I did very well at the right time. I placed at the right time for most of it, I think. So, yeah, God's timing, that's what I'm going to say. God's given us 3 children. So we've got Will, who's in grade 8, and likes soccer, futsal, and gaming. He tries to rack up all the time with esports at the moment. Heidi, who's in grade 7, and she likes surfing, touch woody, and cooking. And Hannah, she's in grade 5, and she does ballet, basketball, and she's just a maniac. So, that's perfect.
So when do you guys worship?
Yeah, so we're at St. Mark's and Belray.
And how'd you do last night?
Oh, good. I was actually on Wellspring's table. It's a good time to go catch up with some friends.
Alright, and what do you do for work? We're different for us.
So yeah, I'm a builder, so I own my own company. I've got 2 apprentices, so I've got 2 mature age apprentices. One guy's Suresh is from Nepal, and so yeah, he starts his 3rd year in early next year. And I've got another guy, Ryan. He's also mid-30s. He was a cameraman at Channel 10 previously on things like The Project, and we've been paying attention. Now he's come down here and he's just finished his 1st year. So that's the team, and we do first for additions, so you take the roof off a house and you build up. We do extensions, we do renovations, bathrooms and decks. So yeah, it's great.
Fantastic. Now we heard last night what David Jones' favourite smell was.
Well, the Paslo gas gun smells pretty cool. You ever smell that? The gas from the Paslo carpenters out there? That's quite fun to smell. That's quite pleasant. I will back up coffee actually. So I was actually feeling one this morning. I was quite broke from church.
And you haven't had one yet? Alright, we're going to hear in a moment about God's salvation, teaching us to say no to ungodliness and yes to God living. So how has your faith in Jesus changed the way you live the world?
Definitely, well, I think it definitely changes everything. I think, I reckon Mark 10 is really helpful on this. So they're heading to Jerusalem. James and John go, we've got a brilliant idea. They go to Jesus and say, we're heading to Jerusalem, you're going to be king. Great idea. One of us left, one of us right. And Jesus goes, actually not a brilliant idea at all. If you want to be great, you have to be a servant. So now he didn't come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. I think that's really helpful because I want to be great. I want to be great. I want to be a great father. I want to be a great husband. I want to be a great builder. I want to be a great boss. I have to think, well, how do I actually do that? Jesus in that passage doesn't say, oh no, there's no greatness. If you become a Christian, no, greatness is out. He goes, yeah, be great. Do it. How do you do it? Be a servant. So I think that helps with every relationship. Well, how can I be a great husband? Serve my wife. How can I be a great dad? Serve my children. Well, how do I be a great builder? Well, serve my client. How do I be a great boss? Well, serve my employees and my trades and other people. So I think that definitely helps me, day to day.
And how does it help you particularly relate to people who are not yet Christians? So
there's plenty of not yet Christians on the building site. They usually don't even want to talk about Jesus. There's like getting into church. That's extremely tricky. Like even one of them the other day, he went to the doctor. And the doctor goes, take these pills religiously. So he's taking them at Christmas and Easter. That's it. Yeah. So it's helpful. It's helpful to have frameworks. So I do a lot of work with Christians. So your trades will be like, well, how do you actually know this person? So I would say, well, they're a Christian, I'm a Christian. And then also it's helpful to have frameworks for evangelism. So I have a framework for evangelism. I'll say, well, do you believe in God? Now, a lot of people will say, no, I don't believe in God. And so are you atheist or are you agnostic? And they were like, well, what's the difference? I said, atheist, definitely no God, no way, no God. Agnostic, no, might be a God if you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone, and don't really know. And I do have to see they move, because a lot of them think they're atheists. And I was saying, well, is this person even willing to move from atheist to agnostic? And a lot of them do, because they just don't know. They're like, well, maybe there is a God, I'm okay with that. Then I want them to own that position. And so I say to them, what's the best thing about being agnostic? Because if you're going to there's got to be something good about it. You can't say, so just on the side, like I've got teacher friends that do this in Christian schools, and teenagers answer correctly all the time. They go, I don't know. And that's where you want to put them. You want to give that argument that you want them to, like the parable also, you want them to come to their senses. You should try and get them to that point. And then you just listen. You just say to them that you just see, sometimes they share things that are quite commendable and interesting, and then you just listen and listen and listen, and you just see there's more questions there and you pray about it. So frameworks like that are helpful with people at work or other things. The other thing is Suresh is from Nepal, and he's Buddhist, so he's very open to conversation. So I'm scrubbing up on my Buddhist evangelism at the moment. And I'm very fortunate Siraj from my church does the uni ministry, and he gets like 50, 70 subcontinents at subbies. And so I just caught up with him and I just said, mate, I need help with Buddhism and evangelism, and caught up with him and he gave me some really great pointers. And so even the other day, I've had like a renewed thing on evangelism at the moment. Actually over the last few months I've been thinking about it a lot. David's sermon last night was very helpful. And I was like at work the other day, and it's up, you don't want to do it at morning tea because it's only 15 minutes, you want to do it at lunch because that's half an hour. So you don't want to run out of time. So I was like, okay, at lunch, it's just Suresh and I said, what do Buddhists do for Christmas? And then you just listen. You just get on to speak and you just listen. I said, what do you do, Santa and stuff like that? So, and then to remember, like, this is just one Buddhist, so other Buddhists can answer in different ways. It's like Anglican, Presbyterians, but so then he goes, yeah, so we go to a friend's house, we do, and they essentially do Secret Santa. And I said, well, does anyone dress up as Santa? And he goes, sometimes. So even that, so that was the first start of that conversation. And then the conversations I'm leaning towards, I'm always open for tips and tricks. I'm thinking next is going to be like, well, what do you think about like Jesus and the Christmas story? So like there, so that's it. Like, we've got a good little platform there, but it's just being prepared and listening. I think it's listening. That is one of the big things. Just ask a question and just listen. Yeah. Listen to what they're saying. So yeah.
Fantastic. Well, you probably answered this last question already, but you're in this particular stage and age of life, and so anything else you want to say about mission, particularly for you, where you're at?
I think thinking about stages and seasons in life is very helpful. So on Monday, a mate messaged me, he goes, can you fill in for our touch team, who I did play for a few years ago? And I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. And the trouble is, I'm standing on the line before I go on, and I'm like, you're 42, it's Division 4, it's social, just go out there and enjoy it. As soon as I step over that one line, my brain goes, you're 25, you can run the 112 seconds, you can probably score 3 tries, get out there. And then all that happens is I'm sitting in the shower after for 20 minutes and it's just freezing cold, just to feel like just trying to get, like I should be having an ice bar, and I think I've just recovered today. And so sometimes I think that, we look back and think, oh, when I was single, life was so much better. We look back at seasons. When it was just me and my wife and no kids, that season was so relaxing. When we had one kid, it was so easy. And then if you're from the Reformed Church down Kingston and you're Dutch, when we had 5 kids, it was so easy. It was basic. And we kind of wish about these past seasons and we're like, oh, that was so... Or we sometimes wish, oh, if only... Because I've met a lot of dads here, which is very commendable. They've got kids that are before school, which I think that is full on that season, but it does not stop for your wife. And I think, oh, when the kids get older, you kind of wish for other seasons. But I say, no, just embrace. Embrace the season you're in. Thank God for the season you're in. Give thanks for the season that you're in. And so that's just the thing for like life and work. And that season's not going to last forever. You're just going to have that season for that small amount of time, and then it'll change. And then thinking about ministries, well, what capacity, what gifts do you actually have, and how can you use them? So I go on to a men's Bible study on a Wednesday night, and then when we run Alpha, my missus is at Alpha, and so I will lead that Bible study with other people, so I can jump in and do that. I also love doing kids talk, so run my own company. I work flat out Monday to Friday, and then I enjoy the weekend. I don't have time to write a 20-25 minute sermon, but I do have time for 2 hours to carve out for a kids talk. So I'll do kids talks regularly as well. One of my mates from college, Andrew Laird, he runs City Bible Forum, the conference. And so they have a conference each year. And so one of the feedback they got is, we're sick of hearing white-collar workers, we want to hear blue-collar workers. And he's like, I'm not a blue-collar worker, James. So yeah, I said, okay, if they need a blue-collar worker, I'll step up. So I'm preaching
That's my last question.
Yeah, I'm preaching at the City Bible Forum conference at the start of next year. So yeah, so that's I'm in the midst of trying to start preparing for that.
What's your topic then?
Well, it's a life at work. It's like living like God with you at work. And so I'm hoping to I will be coming at it as a tradesman. What is life like that? What are the pressures of owning a company and running a company? Yeah, there'll be things there as well. So yeah, if you can make it on, it'll be great. Then you
How do you plug into it?
I think if you did Google like City Bible Forum, you'd find the links. That the tickets have gone out now. There's advertising on Instagram and I think they try and have like hubs. So I think the Reformed Church of Kingston, I think that's what I'll be speaking at mine, and then they just zoom me into Australia. But then if you're in Hobart, you can come down there. We can watch other people speaking, and then that's something like that. So yeah, if you're a worker, they do great work, and it'll be great.
And if you have any questions, speak to James afterwards.
Yeah,
James is now going to thank you for sharing.
That's
Let's
right.
give him a round of applause.
That was a great interview with James, wasn't it? There's so much in that. I reckon he's definitely an evangelist. But that was so inspiring.